Hello and welcome to Hard Way Learning. Today we are doing the front subframe inserts for the RS3. We already did the rear, super easy, 4 bolts, 4 little washers you take out, you put the 034 inserts in, locks it up nice. Haven't tried it yet because we just did that. But front inserts is a little bit more involved. You're gonna need a 13 millimeter, 16 millimeter, and an 18 millimeter. Torque wrench. I don't know if we need a pry bar at all. Extension and then a jack to hold the subframe up. We'll probably just use our car jack, and we'll show you how to do that in a little bit here. First things first, we gotta take this guard off. T25 on the outer skirts of this guard. E45 on these back betties. God damn. All right, first order of business is getting these guys, I believe. Let me double check. 18 millimeter. Oh, that came out easy.
Remove the bolts securing the steel subframe brackets to the subframe and body.
These guys.
Yep, so it might be 2 16s and an 18, is that what it is? Or is it all 18s?
We gotta get this off too?
That's what it says, take all 4 off and set it aside. Those are probably 16s?
Yeah, but how are we gonna get at that? This isn't gonna fall on me, is it?
I don't know.
We still got supports there.
There's 4 corners out here, look at it, right here, holding it up, so you should be fine.
Well, that's not holding this up, that's the arm.
Oh, I don't know.
There's ones holding it. I would assume it would tell us to support it at some point, right? I mean, I was thinking the floor jack.
I was originally, and then I was like, maybe this is a better option.
We won't be able to lower it though.
Yeah, shut up, Kyle.
I don't know what Charlie was thinking when he put this back together.
I don't know what either of y'all were thinking.
These are like different lengths and they came out of the same spot.
Well, that's not great.
Let me get that 13. Or I mean the 16. Got him. These next ones are 16. Okay, what's next?
There should be, it says an exhaust hanger.
Yeah?
Yep, remove those. Now, you're gonna remove the front subframe bolts, which are the long ones, and they go up through the arm.
Okay.
So it's this. One down, and then we go to the other side. Check out our Crown Rally video in the box on the screen here and see why it's important to tighten these after you disassemble like we're doing right now. Because you don't want to be cruising down the road and hear that dreaded clunking noise and wonder what's going on.
So we heard them clunking on the front of the car,
these two.
and it appears that
Something's lowering down now onto our jack. We weren't really sure how much it was going to lower down, so we placed this floor jack here with one of the rubber blocks for our quick jack. See link in the description for these nice quick jacks. They include that nice little rubber block. So we got these subframe bolts out.
That's probably low enough.
Okay. You need to remove, there should be a little like steel collar.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Can you push it up through the bottom?
Oh, yeah, actually. Okay, so, I don't know if you saw that, but I put my pinky up through the subframe and was able to push these out because they're recessed into the top of the subframe, so you can't really easily grab them from the bottom if you got nice little dainty fingers like me. So there's 3 different types of subframe collars, and they're specific to different parts of the car. So there's 2 here, and I don't know if in the light you can tell. On the bottom there, it's laser engraved 0026. Part number is 601-0026. So those are for the rear upper. And
wait, aren't the upper the ones that have the long bolts by the arms? The upper subframe mount should be the ones.
No.
This is pictured for sure.
Top of the rear subframe holes is shown below.
Oh, I get you. Okay, yeah.
So if you
just slip that guy up and over.
So the longer end of the collar goes down. She fits in real nice. I don't know if you see in the hole there. See, the collar fits in there real nice. You can kind of wiggle it around until it gets centered and sits flush. In my little shot there, it wasn't quite flush. So make sure it's centered and flush in there. I'm gonna keep putting my head under the this wheel. I don't know how well you can see here. So these are the front subframe. We're taking the 601-0029 collar.
Oh wait, I can see it from back here.
And inserting it into the top of the front. And I want to make sure I get it in. She's in. It press fits real nice. Centers up. Do the same on the other side of the car. So we have the 601-0027 collars. There's 4 of these in the kit. And then these are our new factory subframe bolts. So you just get it on there, make sure it's oriented this way so that the wider flange meets the washer on the included bolt. And then all we're doing is getting it back up into the front hole, making sure when you insert it that it doesn't upset the alignment of the top collar that we put in, and then you're gonna shift it so that you get it aligned correctly. In this case I just got it there, and then we gotta go up a little bit to get it back and aligned. I'm gonna do that without.
When you push it up, it brings it forward.
So we're getting it back closer there. So you're just pre-threading it a little bit. If we can get it to pre-thread. Not even snug, just so that I can still see a little bit of thread on this driver's side. And then we're gonna align the other side so we have real free movement. What you do is you take factory bolt, and this is how it'll be oriented in the car. You go there, and then you install your collar, top like so, and then you will key it in, get the front bolt not even snugged, just in enough, threaded in enough that you can wiggle everything around, make sure it's all as close to aligned as possible.
So they include these washers for the very far back bolts on this black piece. You want to sandwich this washer in between the car and that black piece, which
easier said than done.
I think I got it right there.
So what that shim is doing is it's making up for the fact that we added in the spacing of that locking collar up front, so it's keeping everything correctly aligned still. And again, we're just pre-threading in so that everything is situated, and then
We'll shimmy this. We'll try to get it aligned with where it was before we installed the IROS parts.
a year ago.
And the marker is kind of, I see one spot here, but I don't, I think I see that spot.
In installing those rear 16 mil bolts,
Is this supposed to be red Loctite?
that is blue Loctite you have in your hand. But yes, it's supposed to be blue Loctite on those short 16 mil bolts on the rear of the subframe brackets, these black pieces. Those are torqued to 45 Newton meters, which I'm gonna quick do a conversion. Kyle's still working on getting those last Loctited 16 mil bolts into the back of the rear. We have the torque wrench over there already preset to that 45 Newton meters, which was approximately 33.2 foot-pounds.
Oh, it just moved. You didn't lock it? 33?
33 point, yeah.
Oh, that is really nothing. Okay.
So we are calling an audible, and we have the 034 upper and lower Dogbone mount.
This guy.
These nice polished pieces.
We've already got the front Dogbone mount out.
So we have the 2 bolts out of the brace for the Dogbone mount. So we're gonna loosen this 21 mil
Take it all the way
as such. Yep. And then you are going to grease the upper Dogbone mount, which is this guy, the other 034 part. And then this slides up in there and reduces play up top. And the lower insert will go in, and we will just retorque that 21 mil to their spec. Then that will reduce movement of the whole front assembly here because you're bracing everything with these 2 mounts. So you should have crisper shifts, harder launches, better acceleration. So we got this thing greased up. They call for just a little bit. So you have this little window here, and ultimately it would be best to be seeing it from the front, but this slides in to the front here. There's a little channel, and we're gonna get it lined up. Might be kind of a tough proposition, the fact that everything is all loaded up right now. Okay,
There we go.
that's the easiest way to do it. It looks like is kind of pry back on this guy. So you can see right here this is where our insert is. The little window in the insert, because it's an upper piece, it's gonna go up to the top. We're gonna have Kyle in a moment here pry back on the back of this again, which is what we were just doing, just kind of push it back a little bit to take the slack off. So do that now.
Okay.
And I should be able to, maybe not. Where we left off, we had an issue with the storage card for Kyle's camera. We were struggling to get the upper Dogbone mount up all the way, so we took a pry bar and just gently got it, and it finally popped up, so it was having trouble just getting up all the way. So we got that in, then put the Dogbone mount that mounts to the bottom of the transmission, whatever the hell this is. Got these two loosely in, as well as this.
Basically, you want to get all the bolts in position, but not snugged up yet, really. The order of operations is torquing these rear brackets to, those were what, 33 foot-pounds, I believe. And then the front bracket, you also are going to want the loctite on, and those will be torqued down to 50 newton meters, which is 37 foot-pounds.
So we're just tightening these 30 newton meters, 20?
20 newton meters.
But we're just hand tightening it because that's probably already tighter than that. Next, we're gonna do the rear, and that is
70 newton meters plus 180 degrees.
so 70 newton meters equals how many?
51.6 foot-pounds.
Okay. Wow, I don't know.
Kind.
That's really it. Okay. And plus 180?
Yep.
Plus 180.
There's 90. 180. Beautiful. So once you get the rear subframe bolts, you get the front subframe bolts, just kind of by the wheel well. Torque that to 70 newton meters or 51.6 foot-pounds plus 180 degrees, which is what Dan's doing right now.
Attempting to do.
And we will torque down this Dogbone.
Okay.
All right, so 130 plus 90 on that Dogbone.
180. Okay. So, oh no.
What?
This doesn't fit. And we're not missing anything else, are we? We gotta get the belly pan thing back on. So this is this setting plus 90? Got it.
Get the belly pan back in and go take it for a ripperino and experience faster, crisper shifting and an overall tighter handling feel. Where are those bigger, the bigger ones?
We